Alright, here we have a fun new game that I'm very excited to present to you. It's a game with a lot of polishment, a lot of player supporting quality of life stuff. So really, really good job there, developers. This is just a demo. It's for a Steam release. It's coming out in July the 8th. And there's kind of built-in sort of Twitch support and things like that. So hopefully this game will do well amongst streamers, and we'll get to see it on the streams. Your favorite streamer might end up playing it. It's a very brief look at the quality of life options menu, so you can see there's a streamer mode, and we'll have a look at where that might get interacted later. Okay, so the basic idea, as I understand it, is that you are a boss in some kind of dungeon, and noobs are spawning to attack you, and you have to fight them off. And otherwise, it is like Vampire Survivors, where you are in a big, in this quite fairly small room, and yeah, the sort of noobs spawn around you and you blast away at them and try and dodge them. So let us have a look at the game and see some gameplay. So if I click start, the first thing we're given is character selection. I'm not going to unlock any of the locked skulls. Let's just start with the locked skulls, the locked bosses. Let's just start with the skull, who has 5+ max hit points and some life steal. So he's the tanky character. We also have a summoner with minions, and we have an adept who's, I suppose, a mage and has a life circle that he stands in and does more damage and things like that. Yeah, so that sounds like quite a difficult one to play. But let's start with the skull. So we select that boss, and we are given an attack, and we have a sort of a jump and attack ability. We have a laser eye, that I guess is like kind of a minion. We have a lightning dagger. We have a minion, and we have a different minion. Let's go with the lightning dagger. I love the idea of chain lightning and things like that. And then we select a difficulty. Let's just start with 1, just because we're showing things off. Right, so this is us. We're running around. There's our little dagger. I love the fact that the dagger tilts. Well, you know, your weapons tilt towards the nearest enemy. I think that's a very, very nice detail. The pink things are souls, apparently. It's basically our currency. We collect that. So we pick those. Oh, I think I picked up a health potion there. And we have a very short starting wave. And there's this little cutscene that uses an attack that we didn't actually pick up. Anyway, so we leveled up at some point there. So we get a level up reward where we have extra range in our weapons, extra damage, extra hit point regeneration, and extra life steal. I'm going with the life steal just for the sake of it. And then we have the wave ending sort of purchase screen, where we can buy something using the souls that we've collected. We've collected 38 souls, as you can see on the top. We can reshuffle this with the reshuffle button, and then we have the things that we can buy and the cost of each thing. So we can buy a death shield that shoots projectiles when you take damage. I don't want to take damage. We have elixir. We lose some life steal but get extra health from the potions that we can pick up. We definitely don't want that. We want a life steal. Broken legs, so it just slows down the enemy but reduces the range. We don't want that. And the torch, which is another attack, which does damage over time. I don't really want that. So what I'm going to do, what is this? Life steal. Is I'm going to spend 2 souls and reshuffle it. So we have, we can lose a bit of health to get more damage. Is this a separate damage item? I don't know. There's a hood. We lose some damage, but we gain dodge. We have a gun and we have a shotgun. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just buy. Actually, let's do another roll. See some items we get. Ooh, we get a bit bigger room. I like that. That's nice. We get the minion. That might be fun. We broken legs again. We get the watering can. That would probably help if we had the plant minion, which we don't have. I'm gonna buy the bone crusher minion. Let's just see how he works. and we go play another wave. Oh, what's secondary? Secondary stats. Alright, let's go. Alright. That's quite a fun minion, actually. I like the idea that he just runs at you. He doesn't do me any damage here, no. So you have to kind of align him to hit enemies as you go along. Alright, we didn't level that time, so we go straight to the shop. And yeah, that's all the gameplay I'm going to show you, because I think we have enough there to see how the game goes. And so, if you're just here for the gameplay, please don't forget to like and subscribe and comment, because you want to train that YouTube algorithm to show you videos that you want to see. And it helps me because it tells YouTube that people are enjoying my videos. So yeah, smash those buttons, as they used to say back in the earlier 2000s when YouTube was this shiny new thing. Critique. All right. Let's see what we can talk about. So yeah, if you're leaving because you're just here for the gameplay, thank you, and I'll see you in the next video. But if you are here for the critique, I do have two things that I'd like to mention. The first is that the UI is kind of overwhelming. It gives you a lot of information very quickly, and to a new player, that is a bit much. I'm just going to mute this just because it's a bit overwhelming music there. I don't know if it's coming through that loudly for you, but it's a bit loud for me. Right. So yeah, I mean, that's the kind of the overwhelming I'm talking about. You know, this is a high energy game. There's a lot of fast action, a lot of information on the screen, and it would help if you could fold some of that information away, like this. Yes, it's helpful to see all those stats, but have it so that that drops out the way, and you can mouse over it to bring it out if you want to see it. You know, make it obvious that it's there, but let the player just focus on those, and maybe fold these away as well so you can bring them out to look at them when you need them, because you don't need all of this info in front of you at all times. And people see too much text on the screen, and parts of the brain starts to shut down. It's overwhelming, and this happens to all people, not just susceptible people. You know, the US military has this thing where they draw boxes. I think it's the US military. Anyway, they discovered this thing where if you draw boxes around information on this, you know, sort of controls on a display, you can have up to 7 bits of information in that box, and the box allows the user to forget about all of the other stuff. And the box in this case is the screen. So if you have more than 7 bits of info on the screen, that's it. There's too many. A person literally cannot think about more than those 7 items. The moment they look at one, and you know, an eighth, one of them drops out of their brain, and they stop thinking about it. So yeah, decide what the player needs to see and hide away the other stuff. That's my suggestion there. Suggestion might be a bit late for, you know, a game that's coming out in less than a month from now, but nevertheless, yeah, think about that. Think about your players' attention span and attention capacity, and try and hide some info that they don't immediately need, and just make it available to them with a mouse over or something along those lines. Yeah, that's really the sort of the primary critique, is that as a new player, I'm just given too much stuff to know about too quickly. And yes, I know this is a demo, and there might be more hand holding in the full game, but nevertheless, I mean, make sure that that's there. The sound and the art and the game feeling, those are all full marks. I mean, this is a really, really fun game to play. Cannot wait to see how streamers make use of it with the Twitch chat interaction and all of that kind of stuff. That looks fantastic. Yeah, so I mean, if you're that kind of player, really add this to your wish list, and get that game into your streams and things like that, because I think chat's gonna have fun with that. The only other critique I have really is there's no story. You know, I kind of have the idea that I'm a boss, but am I? What's going on? Where am I? What's the story? Yeah, this needs more storyline behind it, especially for sort of single player players, just to kind of get them to care about the boss character. You know, paint a sub story. Maybe I was a normal person and I was tormented by others and I became the boss and now this is my revenge, or something along those lines. I don't know. Give me more storyline behind the character that I'm selecting. Put some more lore in there. Get some writing done because the people care. People care about the storyline behind it. They like to align themselves behind an entity that pulls them into caring about the gameplay because they are wanting to see the entity succeed. There's motivation there to pull in players. So don't forget that. But really, that's all those two critiques are the only ones I have. Too much overwhelm in the game UI. Hide some of it away. Maybe throw in a bit of a storyline there to show us where to look and what's going on. A storyline, a tutorial to show us where to look and what's going on. And put some storyline in there to tell us more about the bosses. Do some writing. Get a writer to write some stuff. That's important. And people like that kind of info, even if it's only seen on the character selection page or wherever. Just put it in there somewhere so that people who care about that kind of stuff can see it. But it must be in game. Don't put it on a web page somewhere because that's useless. In game storyline, in game progression content, something along those lines. But yeah, that's all I have to say. So if that's all you want to see, thank you for watching. And I hope this game takes off and does well. Link is in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.